We're back in the garage, and I've been working on my bike some more. I took the blue handlebars off. They were all cracked and broken, and I'll get something a little bit newer, a little bit better shape. You can see I replaced the clutch lever. Kind of tempt this in. I gotta take it off again. Probably put some electrical tape on the handlebar to keep it from spinning on me. But I like the new clutch lever a lot better. Here's the old one. You can see it broke, and I was using hand zip ties to hold it together. So I got the new one. It makes me feel a little bit safer thinking about riding it. I had to move the decompression lever down underneath. It was more where the start button was, but now it's under here to get it to have enough clearance to work. But now I can hold the clutch in and use this to help me start it because of the high compression of the single cylinder. It is a kickstart only bike. Got the my enduro meter all set up, so it works now. I'm going to use it for my speed. Been thinking about how I'm going to do the rear tail light setup. They send you the tail light separate from the rear turn signals. I don't want to. They say drill it into the plastic and then just run the wires. I decided I didn't want to do that. Took out the factory tail light. I'm going to put the exhaust house or the tail light housing right over this and run the wires down here so they go in where the factory ones did on the other side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount these directly to the tail light housing, probably right here, but the plastic is pretty stiff in that area. I was originally, I don't know, I'll think about it, but I made a template to go in here. Then was gonna cut it out of sheet, bend it up and stick it in there, but plastic's actually rather stiff. I still have the template, I still have the sheet. I'm gonna drill for these put them in, play with a little bit. If they bend too much, I will cut this up and see if I can get it to sit in there properly. That's it for now. Alrighty, got it on. I didn't build the bracket like I originally wanted to. I was going to anyways. The plastic is actually pretty durable. Just a ½ inch hole on each side. Drilled it through, brought the approximate same location on both sides. Used the lock washer nut included in the kit. And there we go. Got them coming through. I got the blue bag that goes over here, so it'll be covering these wires. I wrapped some string around the right side, so when I'm plugging it into the harness, it's easier to determine the right from the left, so I don't got the wrong turn signals on. And the rear brake light is its own plug, so I don't got to worry about that. Alrighty. Well, it's been a few hours. I got it all pretty much mocked in place now. See the tail lights? Got them one screw here, one screw here, and one screw here. Got the wires running. Got the wires running down the factory location. Down through here. Made the connection. I'll have to recheck that one. Made the connection here, and the one for the tail light. Here's the mid harness going forward. This one goes down the side here to the brake switch, the brake light switch. Then he had another wire coming from the forward harness with an orange and a white. These go to your lighting coil on your stator and one to the ground. Come up to the front. Temporarily put it in the spot, but you can see kind of down there. Let's go around to the back. You got the harness that goes to the back. This is the harness that goes to the light switch and horn button. There's a third plug in there, and it is right here. I don't know what it does yet. It's not listed in any of the paperwork. I'm gonna call Baja Designs tomorrow and talk to them about it, see what they have to say. But ignition switch here, I don't know if it'll stay here. This is just the place to put it for now. It's might be in the way with the tank. I have to put the tank on and move through the range of turning. But all in all, the kit's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. There is one bit of modification, a little bit of welding I'm going to have to do. That's to the brake light switch here. They gave you this included bracket. I am my rear brake. It had a hole right here for I put the spring in it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the paint off right there and weld the bracket on. This is an interesting switch. It's got from there to there is the no contact to contact right there, and you can pull even further if you when your brakes wear and become out of adjustment without it ruining the switch. And it's also got the spring in case you need to go even more than that, but it's a pretty stiff spring, so you always want to keep your brakes in adjustment anyways. So I'm going to try and weld that about there. I'm gonna go get something to remove the paint and mark it up and then tack it on. So I'll show you when I get done with that. Alrighty, so I got the brake switch on. I had a voltmeter hooked up to here when I was adjusting it on the resistance or the open circuit. So when it would when the switch would make contact, it would make a little buzzing sound. And I have it set up so that when I push down on the brake pedal right there is where it engages and starts the brake light. The battery was kaput, was dead. I was reading the directions and they say it's an iCAD and you can throw it on a charger and charge it. So right now I got my test leads running into my RC car charger, charging it so I can check all the wires and make sure all the connections are done right before I go and do a final bundling of the wires. Oh, I forgot. They did come with a hydraulic brake switch. I didn't see it in the kit, so it does have one. It's a coarse thread. They talk about it in the kit, in the directions, so it does have one. I'm not going to use it because I have the mechanical style drum brake. But other than that, that's it for now. I'll let the battery charge and come back to it later. Alrighty, well, it's been charging for a little while, so let's give this a try. Got a running light, brake light, left turn, right turn, right turn, brake light, low beam, high beam, and horn. Yep, it works. Cool. All the wiring's done right, so I'll get some zip ties and tie it all up right, make it nice and pretty. That's it for this weekend. More next weekend. Thanks for watching.